Hello North Funding, welcome to another week of efficiency training. This week we're going to be covering how to create surveys using Google Forms that you can then use for OASYS surveys. This is a great use of Google Forms. I use it myself and would highly recommend it. Now if you remember, to get to Forms you need to click on Drive when you're in Gmail. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Drive. And as we covered in our last survey, creating a form is pretty easy and pretty simple. You can watch that in our last survey to get more detailed how to create an original form. To do that, you click Create and you can click Form. But to create our student surveys, you can actually do that from a template that have already been created. So if you click on From Template after Create, you'll see that we have a couple different templates in here for surveys. One is grades 9 through 12 student survey and grades 6 through 8 student survey. And we also have a communication log and professional development log for your use at any time. I'm going to go ahead and click on grade 9 through 12 student survey if I wanted to use this template. And you can see everything has been put in for you if you used one of these templates. All of the questions are the same from the paper form. A couple of things to pay attention to at the top. You're probably not going to want to check any of these just to allow the forms to be anonymous. You don't want to check that you want your students to require a sign-in or that their username is automatically collected. You'd want to leave that blank so that it can be anonymous. If you notice at the top, there's a few different options to send this survey out. You can email this form, and you could type in all of your students' email addresses. That might get long. There is a way to create class lists, and we do have a prior video on creating class lists. But if you're doing that, you choose from contacts. And again, you could type in individual names, but just as an example, if I type in FLC, it brings up the whole FLC staff list that I could add if I wanted to. So if you had class list, you could certainly do it that way. So email is one way to get your survey out. Another way is to embed it. If you know how to embed a code onto a blog or a website, you could do it that way. That's what I did. I embedded my survey link onto my Media Center webpage. When I gave this survey to 5th graders, it worked very smoothly. So that's two ways that you can share your survey. Just to show you, this is my own survey that I used as an educational specialist that I gave to 5th graders. And once I gave it to them, this is how my results looked. Just a huge spreadsheet, much easier than tabulating this all by hand. And the best thing about this is that if I go to Form, I can go to Show Summary of Responses. This shows you right away I had 81 responses total, and not only does it give it the number that each response got, but it gives you the percentage. You can see it did this for every single question. And this was so much easier than doing it by hand. I was very glad to have this. If you have any questions on this, please see one of our EMT members, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.